Good morning, friends. It's Miss Heather. I have another story to read with you called I Would Tuck You In. What a beautiful title. And the author is Sarah Asper-Smith. She wrote those words, and Mitchell Watley is our illustrator. He made these beautiful illustrations, including on the inside cover. I would tuck you in. I wish I could tuck you in during that time. If you were an octopus, I would grow 8 arms to hold you. Can you imagine me with 8 arms? That's what oct means, an octopus. I know JJ knows that. He made an octopus before. Well, you know what? I think that might have been a little fact. Ooh, there's some more words down here. I wonder what they'll teach us. It says to avoid, that means to get away from predators. The common octopus can lose an arm and regrow it. So if something's grabbing the octopus's arm and trying to eat it, it can just lose its arm and grow a new one. Can you grow a new arm? I don't think so. If you were a brown bear, I would snuggle next to you all winter long. Well, maybe that's the cave where they're gonna hibernate. To bulk up, to get lots of energy stored, lots of food stored for their winter sleep, brown bears may eat as much as 90 pounds of food per day. That's a lot of food. Wow. See if you can find something that weighs 90 pounds at your house. And then think about eating all of that food every day. If you were a little brown bat, I would find you on the darkest of nights. It's so dark you can barely see it. The little brown bat uses sound at night to find its way in the dark and capture mosquitoes to eat. Do you use sound at night to find out where you are if it's really dark? If you were a rufous hummingbird, my heart would beat 1,000 times per minute for you. That's really fast. 1,000's a big number, and a minute's a pretty short time. I can't even count that quickly. Hummingbirds are the smallest birds in the world, but their heart can beat up to 1,500 times per minute, or 1,500 times per minute. That's a lot of heartbeats. It's very quick. If you were a porcupine, I would still want to hold you close. Even with all those spines? Porcupines protect themselves with their 30,000 quills. But unlike what some people think, they can't shoot them out at predators. So how would you get a porcupine quill stuck on you? If you got too close and it poked you, they can get stuck in you and you have to get help from a doctor to get them out. Or dogs. I've seen sometimes dogs get too close and then they have to go to the vet to get help. If you were a bowhead whale, I would break through Arctic ice to find you. So they're underwater right now. I don't know if you can tell. And above them is ice. Very thick ice, so sometimes it can be hard to break. To create a breathing hole, bowhead whales can break through ice that is 12 inches thick. Let's see, this book is, I don't think it's quite 12 inches. I don't have a ruler on me, but 12 inches, that might have been. That's really big. That's like as big as my head. Can you imagine ice that is that thick all the way across an ocean? They must have a hard head to break through that. I notice it's got a little kind of point. Maybe that's the part that helps break the ice. If you were an Arctic tern, I would fly to the ends of the earth with you. Do you think they noticed the end of the earth? What does that mean? I thought it went around. Maybe they go all the way around back to where they started. Arctic terns have the longest migration route of all birds. Sometimes they travel all the way from the North Pole to the South Pole. That's really, really far. If you were on a plane, I wonder how long that would take you. And planes move really fast. I wonder how many days it takes them to travel that far. If you were a caribou, I would hear you coming from miles and miles away with the clickety-click-click. Caribou migrate thousands of miles in large herds, that means large groups, and produce a clicking sound when they walk. So both those Arctic terns and the caribou migrate when the weather changes. So when it gets from like winter to summer, or when it goes from summer and it starts to get colder towards winter, they move to find food and the right temperature. They travel pretty far. If you were a humpback whale, I would sing a song to soothe you. Because humpback whales don't have vocal cords, when you talk, if you put your hand on your throat, you can feel it vibrate. You can feel it kind of move. Humpback whales don't have that, so the songs that they sing come from pressing air through their nasal passage. So kind of like if you hum with your nose. No. They make no noise with air going through their nose. But it's a little different than our humming. If you were a musk ox, I would huddle close to you and keep you warm. Musk ox keep their heat. They conserve heat by clustering together when it is cold and windy. A cluster means things that are all together, just like they are. If you were a boreal owl, I would stay up all night and tell you stories. Boreal owls are nocturnal. Does that mean they're awake in the day or night? It means they sleep during the day and they look for food at night. They're nocturnal. If you were a walrus, I could carry you on my back while swimming in the sea. Walrus calves, their babies, will frequently ride on their moms' backs while swimming and while on land. Right now, are they in the water or are they on land? Looks like they're on snow, but that's part of land. They're not swimming. Oh, wait a second, is this from the cover of our book? It is. Good noticing. If you were a sea otter, I would tuck you into a kelp forest bed. If you look on this page, you can see some of the kelp. Kelp is like seaweed. Sea otters rest in kelp beds, wrapping themselves up in the seaweed ribbons to keep from floating away. I can tell that the water is moving. I can see it crashing around them and I can see it flowing around them. The kelp, these water seaweed plants, help keep them in one spot. They kind of tie themselves into it. If you were a snowshoe hare, I would change my colors to play hide and seek with you. Snowshoe hares change from brown in the summer to white in the winter for camouflage, which means they can blend in with their surroundings. If this bunny was hiding in the snowshoe hare means rabbit, how would they camouflage? Would they need to be white or brown? Of course, they need to be white. You can still see a little brown. What if all the snow melted away? What color would they need to camouflage with? You got it. They need to be brown when it's summer and the snow melts away. If you were a hermit crab, I would watch you grow into each new home you found. Have you ever seen a hermit crab outside of its shell? Maybe not, because their shell keeps them protected. They've got their soft bodies inside here. Here we can only see their legs and their faces, their antenna. But inside the shell is where their soft body is, and the shell keeps them safe. They can hide inside it when they need to. Hermit crabs live in abandoned snail shells and find bigger and bigger shells to move into as they grow. So they look for different shells, and as they get bigger, they need to find bigger shells to live in. But no matter what, I will always love you for who you are. I love you just the way you are, and that's why I love this book. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. You do what you love to do, okay? I love you. Bye.